clearing their tracks. They mocked the dead.
Hello, welcome to gagrule.net. Today we're going to take you all the way to Bangkok, and we were very fortunate to have a good friend Len and Armenia help us arrange a meeting with Armenian Honorary Consul Mr. Arto Artinian. So we did go there and we meet him and we interview him, and he's a very talented individual. He spent lots of his time volunteering, taking care of the consulate, and also he managed the Armenia Thailand Chamber of Commerce, and also many other things that comes with the responsibility of consular. So we're very thankful they give us the opportunity, and in a minute we're going to show you the interview. It's just like 15 minutes. Also, since I mentioned Len Armenia, they too have a major volunteer work. They started with this called Adaptive Village in Armenia, and Armenia has this monumental task of converting or translating Armenian survivors' testimonies from Western and Eastern Armenia to English. It's a brain draining task, but we're gonna perhaps make another video just for Armenian land and their contribution to Armenia. And so please watch the video and send us your comment and suggestion, and we appreciate that. And we also like really to thank the consulate people at the consulate, also Armenia and land for their helping us in this. And please let's have a look at the video and enjoy it. So we find out through our friends that there is a consulate, Armenian consulate in Bangkok. So we wanted to come and meet our honorable consul, Arto Artinian, and it's a pleasure and honor, sir, to meet you. And we'll see what you have to say about the consul, about yourself.
Hello. Hi. Thank you for coming and visiting our consulate. Actually, I've been honorary consul of Armenia in Thailand for the past over 4 years, but we redid our consulate room here, and the idea of the consulate here is to represent Armenia and to showcase everything about Armenia, starting from the country. We promote Armenian tourism here. We promote Armenian books, of course, our famous brandy, Armenian brandy Ararat, and slowly we're building our, this whole world should become all, everything about Armenia.
When did you come to Thailand?
First time I came to Thailand, it was 1993, as a visitor here. I came for buying jewelry and gemstones. That's where my business, our family business is. And I fell in love with the country and with the place, and I thought it was interesting and exotic to come and work and live in Thailand. So I finally, after traveling back and forth, I settled down here in 95. I've been here since 95.
Wow, that's amazing. And so what made you to start this consulate, Armenian consulate?
Well, I think it's the background of both education and family upbringing, to love our country and to love our homeland, and then to promote it. So during the years when I was living here, the first consulate was opened around 95, I think, in 19, just the year that I arrived. So we had the Honorary Consul, his name was Bob Nerkevorkian, and I was very close with him, and all the time he was telling me, Arthur, someday, you should take over, and I'm getting tired, and I'm getting old, and you should take over, and you should continue what I started. So, and then one day it was a time when I decided that after he passed away, and then when there was nobody to look after, so I decided that yes, maybe it was time for me to take over and carry on, because he did a lot of good work to promote the country of Armenia in Thailand. So we should continue that, and I think it's only the beginning, It's important for people here in Thailand to know about Armenia and the people. But being in Thailand, we not only connect only with the Thai people, we have also a very large expat community.
Armenian community?
No, expat community. So we have a lot of foreigners living in Thailand, whether they're from Europe, from America, from other Asian countries. And the expat community in Thailand is very active. Let's say, unlike probably other countries, but the expat community is very large here and they're very active. And as an Armenian Consulate of Armenia here, with our activities, we try our best to promote Armenia, and through that, we bring our cause to the people, so the people get to know more about the Armenian history. And of course, and one of the most important things, we want people to know where Armenia is, to travel to Armenia, to create an interest about the country, about the people, about what we do, promote tourism, and promote business relationships between this country, Thailand and Armenia, and why not even foreigners who they live here and they probably not have any opportunity, whether they were in other countries, in their own countries, to hear or to know more about Armenia. So we, through our consulate, through our chamber, we do promote this in the business community in Thailand.
So you have both consulate and chamber of commerce, or Armenian chamber of commerce?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So that's where I started first, I first started with the Chamber of Commerce, Armenian Thai Chamber of Commerce, and then I was officially appointed as the Honorary Consul of Armenia.
So the financing the place is through the Armenian Republic?
No, that's the reason why you become an Honorary Consul is because you do all the financing of.
So you handle all that stuff.
Yeah, we do. We take care of everything, and we do once a year. We have the Armenian National Day. We have a celebration, and we invite as much as people we can, and we promote Armenia.
Is the Thai they do have embassy in Armenia?
We have also a consulate.
Consulate
Of Kingdom of Thailand in Armenia.
So when you go Armenia, you visit the consulate?
Yes.
Okay. And they come here and visit you?
They come here. We have good relationship with the Honorary Consul.
Any high ranking from Armenian government ever visit here?
Not lately.
No.
Not lately. In the past, the last person who visited here was the Prime Minister of Armenia.
That's Sarkisian name?
No, the Prime Minister of Armenia in 2005. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually that's where it was initiated, the idea of the Armenian Thai Chamber of Commerce through that meeting here. So that was the last official meeting.
When you meet your fellow consular in other countries here, do they are aware of the Armenian issues, things?
Yes, some of them they are. Some of them they are. Some of them they get to know more, but. It's very interesting because, I meet ambassadors from many different countries, even all the way from South America, from Brazil, from Argentina, and they all glad to see an Armenian here because there are large Armenian communities in these countries. But of course, countries like probably Korea, Taiwan, there are not so many Asian countries. There are not so many, or so these countries, they get to know more about.
I think it's very important position here because for Asia, especially those.
Well, Thailand is Thailand is it's one of the most important, let's say, countries in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And in 2 years' time, the ASEAN is opening up, and Thailand has been playing the leading role in building the ASEAN. And with the ASEAN, there are almost 7 countries, 6-7 countries. They're becoming part of the ASEAN family, and I believe that it's a very important location to be in Thailand. And as a country, I would like to add that Thailand, they're very, very generous. The Thai people, the government here, they welcome foreigners, and they facilitate. It's a great place for foreigners to come and feel at home here.
I noticed that. They're very friendly people, and yes, that's right. Oh, that's great. We're really very thankful for you doing all this. I think every Armenian should be proud of you. We appreciate that, and it's really a pleasure to come here and meet you. And
thank you. I'm just doing what every Armenian does.
Every Armenian, we build one hand church, one hand schools, and one hand we go work. So we just tell us a little bit about how did you guys did on last year, 1915, the 100th anniversary of the commemoration. Did you do any activity in Armenia?
Yes, we did. Actually, we came out. We came up with a different concept. We had invited many ambassadors, and we had 5-6 ambassadors attended. Also, community members, all the Armenian community, and even some local residents and foreigners. So we did a church mass at the Christ Church. We use a Christ Church here in Bangkok for our ceremonies, and it was very interesting for us to show the people the continuity, the revival and the continuity of our people. The 100-year past on our genocide. It's a very sad and very one of the dark days in our history. However, the idea was to show that we have, after 100 years, what have we become? We have not ceased to exist yet. We have flourished. We have in every part of the world, in every community, Armenians have really come up and shown to the world that that we are hardworking people, we are honest, and we could become a good citizen of this world. So, and the message was the continuity of our new generation. We had a small photo exhibition, and the exhibition was not about the genocide, which people were expecting to see a photo exhibition of mass killings. But in fact, the idea was to show that we have passed this, and we remember, and we do not forget. However, we have a new generation, and they will continue being Armenian, and they will continue to live and to prove to the world about our existence.
You mentioned Chamber of Commerce. Can you tell us something about your Chamber of Commerce activity?
The Chamber of Commerce activity, actually, we have a small community of Armenian business people here, and one of our main activity and one of the most important thing is we are part of the other foreign chambers, and we are one of the 30 chambers in Thailand that we get together once a month, and we have a monthly meeting, and we have our chairman elected for 2-year term. And in these meetings, we discuss a lot of issues about Thai economy, Thai business, and we are on the Joint Foreign Chamber in Thailand is an unofficial, let's say, body, but at the same time, it's very well recognized and respected from all government authorities, whether from the Prime Minister office to the immigration office to the chamber of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, the Board of Trade, and many different, let's say, governmental organizations that are involved in to build up the economy of Thailand, and a lot of issues are presented there on foreign investment and foreign. On the 21st of April 2016, the Armenian High Chamber hosted a luncheon for these foreign chambers, and it was a very successful event because our aim was to promote Armenia as an IT-based economy, and we wanted to promote the Armenian new young generation who have been very creative and very hardworking and creating these startup businesses, which has brought a lot of success in Armenia. And I know that a lot of companies from the States or Europe, they have their own outsourcing and businesses, but from Asia, people do not have any idea from Thailand about Armenia being an important place for IT. And the presentation that we did has raised a lot of interest from various chambers, and they have contacted us asking us how we could link to them to Armenia and try to create business contacts. So our next step is to try to get Armenians from the IT sector to come here and try to connect with some of these business leaders or owners, and hopefully we could get them to Armenia and to try to create business relationships.
Multitasking people.
Multitasking.
Yeah, we're happy. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for visiting us and having the opportunity to meet you and hear about your website, and hopefully this could be part of our, let's say, sites that we could follow and ask other people to follow and learn more about it.